Hello, I am Pasco Pam, your catalyst for transformation. And life is what we create it to be. And that includes during the difficult times and what we define as failure, we can redefine. We judge things, that's how the human brain works. We judge things good, bad, difficult, easy. We have all kinds of judgments going on all the time. We can also choose how we judge things. So if something isn't going our way, if our path is having lots of difficulties, if our path is challenging, what if that can be redefined? We are at choice. We are free to choose. We are free to create. Life is not happening to us. We are participating in life, and we are making those judgments at times, and we are saying to ourselves, how hard is this, or why didn't that work out? And what we need to do is look for those deeper meanings in events. Look for what that event, we're not going to call it a failure, but let's redefine it as challenging or a learning opportunity. What if we look at that and say, you know what? What if that wasn't meant to be? Is that really the end? Is that really to make us feel bad, or is it feedback? Can what we call challenges or failures be actually feedback to help us move in the right direction? We don't have all the answers. We don't, as much as we plan out every single detail, and that gives us the illusion that we're in control. If we plan out our to-do list, if we plan out every detail, then we think everything is going to be perfect. And when it isn't, do we call that or judge that failure? Or is it feedback that we need to move into a different direction? It's always easier in hindsight to say, now I know why that happened. When we look back, now I know why that happened. I wasn't meant to do that. I wasn't meant to be that. I wasn't meant to participate, whatever you want to say about that event, about that challenge, about that difficulty. But in hindsight, if you look at some of the most challenging times of your life, what happened? You grew. You grew and you learned and you expanded yourself, or you could have chosen to be bitter. You could have chosen to have resentment. You could have chosen to say, victim, this is happening to me and I don't want it. What we need to do is look deeper. We need to look at these things and know that they are happening for reasons. We don't have to like the reasons, but they are happening for reasons, and we have an opportunity to grow. The Chinese symbol for crisis is the same for opportunity. That is no accident in their language. Their language is symbols, and the symbol is the same. Crisis, opportunity is one of the same. Why is that? I mean, that's almost like a philosophy saying these challenges, these difficulties, these crises are opportunities to grow and change, to learn. And as we're going through it, sometimes it can be very, very difficult to see what it is. So we just need to feel all the feelings, feel whatever it is, and with that expanded awareness, start to redefine it and to move into that other direction. To learn what we're supposed to learn, to make different choices, to look at life differently, to look at where we're going differently, and to move forward with that awareness. Eventually, there can be reflection and contemplation in realizing the full reasons why. But that's where we're called to have faith. That's where we're called to have trust that everything along our path has a purpose. Everything, good, not so good, however we're judging those events and those things that happen, we can say there is purpose in it all. This is the school of life that we have signed up for. And the purpose, if we dig deep enough, is to always expand our awareness, our consciousness, and our hearts. Expand our awareness and our consciousness and our hearts in all we do, in all we're learning, in all we participate in. Everybody crossing our path has a purpose. Wherever we are, at that moment, there can be purpose, deeper meaning. And we can choose to look for that. We can choose to hit the pause button on judging. We can choose to hit the pause button on making something limited and defined and say, you know what? Maybe I can look at this differently. Maybe I can redefine this and it will help me in the future. It'll help me move forward. And so I invite you to redefine what you have already judged failures, what you have already judged difficult or challenging, and redefine it. Be creative. That's what we're here for. Imagine it in a different way and redefine it as you move forward, having learned and expanded along the way. All right. I am Pascal Pam, your catalyst for transformation, and I will see you next week.